Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Masha Pavlova. I am the CEO and founder of the eWN and MTV studio. I'm also on the leadership team of eWomenNetwork here in Madison, Wisconsin. And you got that right. It's that time again. We are coming up. We're about 1 week away from our monthly meeting. We are still virtual, but I am so excited for this month, you guys, because we have such a huge treat for our speaker. We have the incredible Jen Coffel. She's an international best-selling author, speaker, as well as a business coach. And we are just so happy to have her. She's going to be talking about speaking your way to more business and how to get to all the leads you want in just half the time. So thank you so much for joining us for this interview, Jen. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I love being here with you. So thank you for having me. And I'm super excited to meet all the ladies and eWomen in Madison next week.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. So share with us a little bit. First of all, share with us a little bit more about yourself, because I know that you have such a fascinating story and such a huge passion for helping business owners to really get that to the next level using speaking. So share with us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So I'm the CEO of an organization called Engaging Speakers, and that's what we do. We really just focus on helping entrepreneurs use speaking as honestly the most powerful marketing strategy that you can have in order to grow your business. And so I love the power of speaking, and I love to help entrepreneurs really understand how to use it. Instead of getting thank you, Masha, that was great information. We really want people to, at the end of a talk that we share, want to connect with us and want to, either come into our email list because they got so much value, they want to have more from us. And so there's a strategy to using speaking to do that, as well as booking calls, like being able to have really great quality sessions after we speak, that really lines up ideal clients for us. So having a signature talk, that is what I call them. They're different than like a TEDx talk. They're different than a keynote talk. A signature talk is a strategically designed talk that will really highlight your expertise in a classy way and attract your ideal clients to you. And so I have had the most incredible experiences using signature talks to grow my businesses. In fact, I've even, talked for an hour and made over $100,000 in 1 hour in client work. So it's something that I feel that every entrepreneur that's really passionate about what they do could hugely benefit from, because not only can you do a talk like, online, but obviously you can do it in person when we get to do that again, as well as you can take a talk and deconstruct it so that then you can use elements of your talk on social media. You can create like a YouTube series, or you could do Facebook Lives with pieces of it. So it has so much power, so many different ways that you could utilize it. So that's one of my favorite things to do in terms of helping entrepreneurs to grow their business with it, because I know the results that it brings.
That's incredible. And I've seen that. I've seen that from, working with you and seeing the conferences and hearing your talk. And so for somebody who maybe is new to speaking, who has their business, who has it established, and they might not yet think of themselves as a speaker, we have that kind of little bit of disconnect, just like we do with leadership, where we don't realize it, or sales, that we actually are selling ourselves all the time. We're speaking all the time similarly. So can you talk to somebody who is maybe not so comfortable speaking yet, and what that can bring to the table for them?
Right. There's no better time right now, especially because we are virtual, to learn how to use speaking, because you can actually sit in your, wherever you're comfortable in front of the computer and deliver that signature talk and get those type of results, as opposed to like when you're in a live event, being physically in front of the room, standing, all eyes on you. I mean, there's a different emotional, like a lot of people have a lot of fear around speaking, and so I feel that now is like the perfect time to actually learn how to do it and start doing it in a way that then, you can actually build up to, working on your delivery skills, like get the content right first, like what is the structure, what's the content, and so that you can be really effective. And then after you got that piece, and you can do that from your computer and Zoom, then I would encourage you then, if you love the experience, you see the kind of results you're getting, then bring it to, a live stage where you can be in front of a room. And it could be even in a small networking room of 20 people, 30 people. And then, work on your delivery skills, your use of, voice and body language, and use of the stage or wherever you're standing. And, there's a difference that occurs when you go in front of a room in some ways, but speaking like this, you know, is so much easier to start with. And so it's a perfect time, I believe, to start. And I also, honestly, I believe that every time we do our 30-second introduction, it's a speaking opportunity. You know, it's harder to talk for 30 seconds than it is to talk for 30 minutes. So if you're right now, you know, getting on Zooms and talking for 30 seconds and sharing your marketing message, you know, if you're doing that, it's actually easier to do the talk because you get to really get into the, you know, the passion of like why you do and what you're doing. And what you think you're going to talk about, though, in a signature talk is different than I think what most people end up as entrepreneurs thinking they're going to talk about. What I mean by that is I find that most entrepreneurs, if they were to get a speaking opportunity, they prepare something that's really about their process and they'll speak more about their process. And that's really not what a signature talk is. That's going to get you, thank you, Masha, that was great information. It's not going to get you calls. And I don't mean that your signature talk is not full of great content, because it is. It's full of really good content, but it's not informational. It's not process driven.
Yeah.
And that's the real key difference that I think. So I know I kind of went around and shared a lot of different facets of that, but there's a lot to that question that you asked. It's a great question.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I am so excited for your talk personally. I cannot wait for our audience to be able to experience that as well. We'll be putting all of the information for the event in the information down below, so please check it out. There's going to be a way to register and all of that information. And speaking of eWomenNetwork, Jen, what is your experience with eWomenNetwork? How did you get involved with us, and kind of what is your background there?
I love eWomenNetwork. I did the SOAR program with Sandra Yancey. You know, she's built this incredible eWomenNetwork, and you know, it's the model is just like Engaging Speakers model. So I really wanted to learn from her, and that was a wonderful experience, and I adore her. And then I've been one of the pro speakers, and I love the organization. I've was part of I went and spoke at the Milwaukee chapter, and it's my group of people. You know, I love working with women, especially that are in business. So I'm a huge supporter of eWomen.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. And for those of you listening, so it is an international group. We are here to support women. Sandra Yancey, she is the CEO. So huge shout out to her, sending her so much love. And her mission and the mission of of eWomenNetwork is to get 1 million women to $1 million in yearly revenue. Now, with that being said, we are not exclusive to women, so men are also welcome. We are also supporting them as well, but our mission is truly around supporting women. So thank you so much, Jen. I cannot wait to hear your talk. If you're considering this, please, please, please join us. This is going to be a phenomenal talk you will not want to miss. And Jen, in closing, do you have any final thoughts to share with us?
Well, I just want to encourage anybody that's considering coming to come. Like, there's something really special, I believe, about eWomen. You know, the energy that's there and the heart of the women that are there. Like, even the networking, like the speakers. You guys always have amazing speakers, and I feel honored to be part of and invited to be there. But also, like, just the meaningful conversations that occur in the networking. I think it's really different. You think that we get into like those opportunities to really get to know one another as women, and as some men come, I know, but it's really, I think the questions that are designed and like the community that's created is really special. So I would also want to just encourage people to come and to be part of it, because it's a special group.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to see you next week, Wednesday. That is the 17th of February at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much, you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.